Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to paint this Dark Angels Ancient. This miniature is a Kitbashing, so in case that you're interested, I'm going to leave in the description the link to the video in which I assembled this miniature. The first thing that I'm going to do is to prime the miniature, and for that I'm going to use Chaos Black from Citadel. Miniature prime, and the first color that I would like to use is Abaddon Black. I'm going to use this color to paint everything that later is going to be black. It is much more common and lore accurate to see the Dark Angels wearing white bone robes, but I don't know, until now I have painted the robes of my Dark Angels with black. I kinda like that vibe, I like this darker style, so I will try that. In the worst case scenario, if I don't like it, I just can paint white over it, so it's not a big issue. But yes, I would like to try to go for a darker style. I didn't mention it, but I painted the robes, the inside parts of the power armor, and also the feathers on the banner. And now I'm going to use Ink by Darkness to paint the power armor of this miniature. I also used Ink by Darkness to paint the Watcher inside of this banner, and never do like me, always sub-assembly, first paint the inside and then glue everything together because it's going to be much easier. But anyway, now I'm going to continue painting this miniature. I'm going to use these two colors. First, I'm going to use Morphan Brown to paint the scabbard, pouches, holster of the pistol, and after that I'm going to use Wraithbone. With this color I'm going to paint the purity seals around this miniature. Now I'm going to use Corax White to paint the symbol in the chest and also this Dark Angel symbol in the shoulder pad. As always, when painting white over black, as many thin layers as necessary until we get a nice result. I didn't paint fully the symbol in the chest or this one here because the remaining parts I would like to paint them with gold, and for that I'm going to use Balthasar Gold. I'm going to use this color to paint every single detail in the power armor and part of the banner. Now I'm going to use Lead Belcher to paint the blade of the sword and also the blade of the sword inside of this banner. It's going to be tricky, wish me good luck. And then I will just paint some details, like for example this chain here, some elements here in the back, and the pistol. And to finish with the base colors, I'm going to use Corn Red to paint the eyes, the handle of the sword, and also all the purity seals around the miniature. Now that we finished with all the base colors, we're going to start with the shades, and I'm going to use two of them. I'm going to apply Agrax Earth Shade to all the gold color, all the brown color, and also all the purity seals. And then I'm going to apply Null Oil to the silver color, all the power armor, and then also to the symbol in the chest and the shoulder pad. It is time to start with the highlights, and I would like to start with a black color. For that, I'm going to use two different colors. First, I would like to apply Asian Grey, and after that, I'm going to apply Dawnstone in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. Now we are going to proceed with the highlights of the power armor and also the watcher inside of the banner, and for that again I'm going to use two different colors. First I'm going to use Cavalry Green for every single edge, and after that I'm going to use Cyberite Green for the edges that are going to be the most exposed. Let's highlight the metallic colors, and for that I'm going to use Stormhost Silver to highlight the silver color, and after that I'm going to use Retributor Armor to highlight the gold color. To finish with the highlights, now I would like to use Crack Brown to highlight the brown color, and then I'm going to use Evil Sun Scarlet to highlight the red color. And before I continue with the last details, I would like to start working on the base. I will start by applying technical paint, and I'm going to use Starland Matte. I'm going to paint the blocks on the base with Asian Grey, and after that I'm going to apply a highlight of Dawnstone. Okay, now I'm going to apply a final highlight of Braithbone to those blocks, and after that I'm going to dry brush Morphan Brown over the technical paint that we applied previously. I want a forest base, so that's why now on top of that brown I'm going to apply Caliban green, and after that I'm going to apply a little bit of mood green. To To finish with the base, we just need to add a little bit of grass, and after that we can continue painting the last details of this miniature. Now I'm going to paint the smoke in the back, and for that I'm going to use the same grays that I used for the ropes. So first I'm going to use Ashen Grey, after that I'm going to apply Dawnstone, and then I'm going to finish with a little bit of Corax White. In this specific case I'm going to apply the lightest colors to the inside and the darker ones to the outside. To finish with this ancient, we just need to add the last details, so now I would like to add some markings. This is going to be part of the 5th company, and we have to reflect that on this knee. For that I'm going to use Abaddon Black, that I'm also going to use to add some writing to the Purity Seals. Then I'm going to use Wraithbone, and of course Caliban Green. Then for the sword I would like to add a little bit of Temple Guard Blue to make it a little bit nicer, especially this note right here. And then I'm going to use Corax White to add something here to this shoulder pad. And this is it, this is the final result. This is a Dark Angels Ancient that we made with leftover bits. In the end I changed my mind with this shoulder pad, because at first I was like, okay, I'm going to draw a sword there, it could be nice, but then I was like, I already have one here, it's going to be too much, it's not going to suit as nicely as I think. And I have like here in the knee like the 5th company symbol, so I was like, okay, I'm going to apply that 5th company here to the shoulder pad as well. And I think that it looks good, it does a little bit more of color and it looks a little bit nicer, I think. At least I'm happy with this. And of course, as always, I invite you to let me know in the comments what you think about this miniature. And at this point, I would like to remind you that if you like what I do and you would like to support my work and help me to continue improving, I invite you to check the link to my Patreon in the description. At first, I was a little bit worried about the green stuff because I'm not an expert, I'm trying my best to learn how to use it properly, and it didn't look as nice as I expected when it was like with the green stuff, but now that it's painted, I'm happier because it doesn't look that bad. Or at least I'm okay with the result, because of course I'm improving if we compare what I did now with the last time. So yes, when I look at this, it's like, okay, I think that the ropes look okay, and I also painted them in black, so that helps to hide all the possible mistakes or possible weird things that I was doing. So it looks a little bit, let's say that the mistakes are more subtle. Maybe it is a little bit too dark because I use a lot of dark colors, but I mean, these are Dark Angels, right? I guess that it's okay if they are super dark. At first I thought like, okay, I can try to have the ropes in white and also the feathers in white, but then I was like, no, because if at some point I do this specific banner with the Inner Circle companions, I would like it to be white and gold because I think that it would look nice. So I was like, no, I'm going to keep it dark for this one, and I think that it suits nicely, it doesn't look bad, so I'm happy with the final result. Aside from that, I try to keep the color scheme consistent with the other Dark Angels that I have painted until now. It's not a big army, but at least the few miniatures that I have, they look as part of the same army. And with all of that being said, this is the end of the video. This is our Dark Angels Ancient, and of course, as always, if you are still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.